She spent about 200 years trapped inside an assistant, known as the assistant, that raised 5 Canith children trapped in a library chamber. Currently, she is a ghost after her assistant body was destroyed by large insectoids known as skia. Malar, a human former soldier in his late 40s, a very skilled warrior who cares about Levira. He spent around 200 years trapped inside an assistant, known as the soldier, and raised the Canith children with the assistant, currently a ghost after his assistant body was destroyed by skia. Ivar, a Canith, in his early 20s, who spent a decade in the mechanism with Levira's book, last seen failing to save the assistant in which Levira was trapped from being destroyed by skia, thinks Levira is dead. Clovis, raised as Ivar's sister, dedicated to the arts of war, hates humans for slaughtering all her people in the library chamber when she was a child. Clovis escaped into the mechanism. Starvel, raised as Ivar's brother, dedicated to the arts of stealth and assassination. Kerol, raised as Ivar's brother, specializes in understanding and manipulating others. Mayland, raised as Ivar's brother, thought to be dead, but turned out to have escaped the chamber a year before Ivar did, specializes in history. Arpix, male librarian, early 20s, companion to Levira, studious and serious. Milan, male library trainee, early 20s, companion to Levira, rich, intense, loyal. Brother to Lita, who joined the diplomatic corps under Lord Algar. Jella, female bookbinder, early 20s, companion to Levira, timid, kindly. Carlotte, female house reader, early 20s, companion to Levira, vivacious, adventurous. Ute, deputy head librarian, former assistant, married to now deceased head librarian Yamala, who was killed by Mayland. Has been in a semi-human form for around 1,000 years. Had a 10-year-old daughter who went missing in the library about a decade ago. Lord Algar, one-eyed nobleman who has tried to put an end to Levira's career at every stage, has employed assassins to kill her in the past. King Owenald, ruler of the now destroyed Krath City, stirred up hatred against the peoples who live on the dust, including Levira, for political ends. Salamonda, Ute's housekeeper and cook, a woman in her late 50s. Wentworth, Ute's cat, the size of a largish dog. Book 1 ended with Ivar understanding that Levira was the love of his life and had been trapped in the assistant for the whole of it. He runs to save her but is too late, discovering the assistant and the soldier destroyed by skia. The door to the chamber is open for the first time in 200 years. Ivar lets his sister Clovis and brother Kerol lead him through. Levira and Malar survive the destruction of their assistant prisons, but are now in ghost form, following Ivar, unable to interact with him. Mayland and Starvel were last seen in the exchange as escapes, drove everyone from it. Ute was last seen directing the exodus from the exchange of around 200 soldiers and a few dozen civilians, who had survived the destruction of Krath City by the Canith, then escaped the fire in the library that started during fighting between the Canith and the soldiers. The civilians included several of Levira's childhood friends, including Nera and Katrin, also Lita, Milan's sister, and Lord Algar. Arpix, Milan, Jella, and Salamunda escaped the library fire through a portal Levira hurriedly made for them. They were accompanied by half a dozen bookbinders and Jost, a senior librarian. Carlotte escaped the library fire through the pool in Ivar's chamber just after Levira, in assistant form, first created it. The greater tragedy of our world is not the victims of cruelty.